Alright everyone, so we're going to talk about bookbinding today. I'm going to go ahead and set up our sketchbook. Got a couple different versions of this, but this one's going to be for contour. So first of all, we're going to get 3 sheets of graph paper and also a sketchbook cover. Those will be things I'll provide to you. I'll also get you guys your needle and thread for binding. But first of all, I want to start out with how to thread a needle. So just in case you are unaware, we got a needle, we got some thread. Thread can be whatever length, we'll worry about that later, but in order to attach the thread to the needle, you're going to have to put your thread through the eye of the needle. So you can do this a couple different ways. If at all possible, you're going to grab your thread and try to sneak it through the eye of your needle. And it might take a few tries. Come on, we're going to make it. There we go. Once you get it, you can go ahead and pull it through. Get it tangled up in my other example over here. Pull it through so that it's equal lengths on both sides. Then what you're going to do is knot the back area. So we're just going to grab this. What I do is kind of pinch it and I twirl it so it kind of stays together. Make a loop. And then just loop it on through. And then on the first knot, you want to leave it kind of loose. And then on the second one, you can tie it a little bit tighter. So we want to try to just do a regular old knot here. Pull it on through, so something that looks like that. And then don't pull it all the way tight. Leave a little slack on it so you can see through it. It's a little loop. That way when you go back and tie it again, hopefully the knot catches on that first knot that we made. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We're going to slowly pull through. There we go. So it caught a little bit. I'm going to try to back it up. Move the knot over. So it kind of didn't quite work, but if you do it a few more times, it will work. So the end result is going to be something like this. You have kind of a bigger knot down here at the bottom so it catches on the paper as we go to bind it. So we have our stack of paper. We got our 3 sheets of graph paper or whatever paper you want to use. We're going to fold that in half. You got a place on the front for your name and the due date for your sketchbook. You have instructions on the inside for what you need, 12 different contour drawings and things that you need. And then on the back cover are the instructions for binding. So let's go ahead and open up to the middle page and we're going to start the binding process. So we're going to open up. The deal is you're going to go straight through all of your paper with the binding needle, aka the sewing needle. You're going to pull it through gently and let it stick there at the end. You don't want to pull the knot through. And just double check what direction we're going. So in, we're going down to the end and then coming all the way back even with the center. So grabbing our needle, coming back through over here. Boom. Get about halfway, try to make sure my papers are lined up. Boom. Go ahead and back through. Sweet. That looks good. Then we're going all the way across. Try to get it as close to that middle line as you can. Going back. So across to the other side. So you kind of have that situation. And then last but not least, we're going to go back through that first hole that we made. Back up to the front. And then to finish it off, we can go ahead and knot this on that first piece, the tail of our first thread. Again, well, you don't have to leave it loose this time. You can just go ahead and knot it. I try to knot 2 different ways, so a square knot, but you can use whatever you want. Keep holding that bad boy. Pull it laterally, pull it tight, and then yeah, all that's left is just to cut. Let's loose, so we don't want to leave a little bit of a tail, so we can see what we did. But we did it right. Nice flexible binding. Now your pages aren't going to fall out. You can turn your pages. Look at that. We made a book. Right? Ta-da. So there's your sketchbook for your 12 contour drawings.